What's up, everybody? I appreciate you for clicking on and tapping in and hitting that like on your way in. My name is Shemaine, and I just want to say I appreciate every single person that clicks on my videos, that has subscribed to my stuff, because I'm really in like the baby phase right now of growing my channel. So you guys subscribing lets me know that you guys, you're rocking with me because I want to build a community. And speaking of building a community, I changed my name to Conscious Creator because I want to do more. There's so much more that I want to do. There's so many goals and ideas that I have in mind, and I'm ready to put it to work. Like, I'm not ready like right now, but I have everything laid out. Like, in my meantime, my downtime, I'm writing down ideas. I'm writing down goals. I'm writing down topics to talk about. I'm writing in I have a diary that I keep, and I just like release emotions in that diary. So if you guys keep a lot of stuff built up in you, I suggest writing in a diary because these are your personal thoughts. And once you start writing, and this is for me, once I start writing, everything flows, everything becomes so clear. So and writing is something that I've always loved to do. Like, since I was a kid, I love to tell stories. But I changed my name to Conscious Creator because there's just so much that I want to do. I didn't want to just be limited to Conscious Conservative because while I am a part of the Republican Party, I don't want to talk about politics all the time. I will still talk about it, like, when need be, but there's so many other people that talk politics on their channel. When I feel like my opinion is needed from a Black Republican woman's perspective, then I'll give my take on it. But I really like watching people grow. And a part of my growth was leaving the Democratic Party. Like, that's why I had, like, initially, like, that made sense to me to start my channel as the Conscious Conservative, because my biggest growth was leaving the Democratic Party and switching over to the Republican Party. Because once I made that switch, like, it was like game on from there, because it's not legal to be Black and be a Republican. I really took a beating. I think that's the word to use. Yeah, I really took a beating. And I'm pretty sure like every Black Republican had got that initiation also. It just happens. And fortunately for us, we don't really care what others have to say because y'all don't see or y'all don't get what's going on. But that's not to say in an assaulting way, because people have their belief. They have these beliefs that they hold on to. And I keep hearing that the Democratic Party is different from what it used to be, but people still hold on to, we've always voted Democrat, so I'm going to continue to vote Democrat, and I'm going to teach this to my kids. That's not something that I want to teach to my kids. That's not something I'm teaching my grandkids. And if I could, my nieces and nephews, they will not vote Democrat neither, but I can only give them the knowledge and, let them know what's up. But if I can have like my hands on that, all of those, I think I have like 7 or 8 nieces and nephews, all of them would be Republicans, especially my nephew, because he needs to be, being that he's a Black man, he needs to be, in my opinion, a part of the Republican Party. But, those ain't my kids for real. Those are just my nieces and nephews, but I treat them like they're my kids. And speaking of improving, my new mic, I got a mic so I'm able to be heard clearly, more loudly, more, I guess, legit. I think you can use that for talking. I don't know. But I want to be more clear. And this is a way to like improve my channel. Like, I can't stay stagnant. I didn't want to stay stagnant. And being on YouTube for 3 months now, like, it wouldn't make sense for me because I'm somebody that likes to learn. And I always want to improve myself and grow because, the opportunities are limitless. Like, we are one small person. I am one small, 5 foot tall, 124-pound person in this gigantic universe, this world, this state, this country. So like, I want to learn everything that I can while I'm here. And, improving my channel, that's going to teach me more because I'm going to be able to look back like, okay, I see where I started and look where I'm at now just by applying myself and really putting in the work. Like, I no joke, when I'm not on YouTube making a video, I'm watching ways to improve my video, and I'm playing with different apps and things like that to see how it works, see what I can do with it. But in the meantime, like when I needed to start my channel, and I say needed because there was a push. Something kept telling me, you need to start talking, get on there, spread this word. So I got on and started talking. Really didn't know the direction that I wanted to lead to, but I just had a push to start talking because I want everybody else to see how much they're limiting themselves. And I do the same thing too. I get caught up and I find ways to limit myself, but I try to not have that spirit over me, that energy anywhere near me, because once I see that that's going on or starting up, it's like, all right, I need to find something to do. But I know this is something that I like to do. I get excited when people tell me about things that they have noticed about themselves and they killed that part of them, or they'll tell me about an obstacle, like a tough one that I would think like, man, I would never be able to do that. And they've overcome that. I like hearing stories like that. So I like to talk about things like that because something that I do, and I mess up doing this, and I know I mess up doing this, and you guys let me know if this is something that is really on me. And like, my bad if it is. But what I do, the good in people, I see their highest potential that they don't see. So I will encourage them. I will push them to like do certain things, whatever it is that they say that they don't think that they can do, but I see that they can. I would encourage them. I will push them. I will motivate them. I end up upsetting myself because it's like, damn, this person really don't know who they are. They really don't see what I see. And that upsets me. Like I really get upset over things like that because like you're just so much greater than what you think you are. Like, no bullshit, you're so much greater, and we tell ourselves in our head that we can't do this, or this is too hard, this is too complex. Talking is like not my strongest point. Like I can write things all day, because when I'm writing things down, like the words come so easily to my head. And I don't know, when I'm writing things, it's just something that I like to do. But when I'm talking, I stumble over my words. I find myself, because I go back and watch my videos, I say certain words way too many times. It's like I need to pull that out of my vocabulary and replace it. But that's just me studying myself. But it's not something that I'm good at, and I just decided to get on YouTube and start talking, doing something that, Spirit told me to do, not knowing the direction that it's going to head in, but I'm trusting Spirit and I'm getting on here and saying what needs to be said, encouraging others to become their better self. And in the long run, I want to build a community, a huge community. And this is why I encourage you guys to share and subscribe and to like, because I want to get this message out to as many people as possible, because I want to start seeing the changes in you as an individual. And I want to start hearing those stories because it excites me, but it lets you know that, damn, once upon a time, I thought that I can do this. Once upon a time, I thought that I wasn't going to be at this point. Once upon a time, I thought I wasn't going to be able to leave that relationship. And then when you finally do accomplish what you thought you couldn't do, that brings like a different type of energy, a different type of vibe about you. And it's exciting, man. It's just really exciting to see what humans are able to do when they put their mind to it, when they don't let something stop them in their tracks. And I can't wait to like one of my closest people, he's really cool and he's very positive and he's just a tank, man. But he's starting his own thing, and hopefully we'll see him eventually, and I will talk about him more when he starts his YouTube with his fitness stuff. But he's like a tank. And I like talking to him about, well, we don't really talk about this all the time, but he tells me about things that he has overcome. And I just think it's so cool because he was put in a situation where he literally almost died. And it was like, I think to myself, like, if I was put in that situation, I would probably fold. Like, I would probably be, I don't know, like a situation like that where I'm like literally like facing death. I don't know how I would respond to it, but he's a freaking tank. He's a machine, man. And, he just keeps going. He doesn't let that incident stop him from progressing. Like, he shows me his later, like when he was younger pictures, and he shows me now pictures. He shows me the accident pictures, and he shows me like where he's like, it's just amazing. It's just freaking cool. And I just like hearing things like that, because we limit ourselves when we let that thought, that, I guess, the devil on our shoulder get into our heads and tell us that we can't do anything. But I guess like my message here is to motivate you all to do something that you have been putting off. I think maybe that is my message today. I don't know. I like, spirit just flowed, I guess, flowed. Spirit just flowed through me, and just like, I just delivered that entire message. Like, and I felt myself, I heard myself getting excited. And that's what I mean. Like, when I'm talking about good stuff, I get excited, and I know, like, I start talking fast, and I start talking loud. And speaking of talking loud, like when I was younger, when I get excited, I talk loud. People used to, like, that used to bother them. Like, oh my gosh, you're so loud. But it's like, I'm happy. And so, like, why would I not be loud if I'm happy? And that was something else that I had learned. I had to learn to tone down that, my happiness is not wanted by a lot of people. But I don't know what the message really was here. I probably have to go back and really watch this to even process what I said, because I was just so amped up. But if you got anything from this, let me know. I was just pushing it out. But be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really want to get this message out here. I really want to encourage and motivate more people to achieve their goals. Stop limiting yourself. Get out there and do it. And if you have like a lot of emotions built up, or let's say you have like a bunch of ideas, put it out on paper. Like, literally write it out. And it may sound corny or cliche, but that really it really helps. And like, one of my favorite lines, and this is from a Kanye West song, Come to Life, when he says, probably should have wrote it in pen and maybe it'll come to life. That is real shit right there. That is real shit. And like, when I'm writing, like, that'll play over in my mind, and I just start flowing. But yeah, you guys can start there if you want to release emotions or whatever, stress, lack of, whatever it is. Literally, like, seriously, start. And see, literally is another word that I use a lot, and I got to cut that out of my vocabulary. Start writing. Start getting in the gym. Start being consistent doing something. I have almost 100 videos posted. And I've only been on YouTube for 3 months. And that's just me working, me wanting to better myself, me wanting to perfect myself, me wanting to engage more, me wanting to see where my flaws are, me wanting to see where my strong points are, me wanting to see what I can do with these apps that I'm using for my editing, or lack thereof. I'm taking it a step at a time. And I thank you all, because I'm pretty sure that I'm making you guys dizzy with changing everything. But, I'm just trying to find what works. Like, straight up, I'm trying to find what works, what feels good to me. And so the stuff that you see I post at the moment, it feels good to me. So I post it, I edit it like that, until I find something else. And I'm like, this is cool. Let me incorporate this. Let me play around with this and see what this look like. And I just go ahead and do it, because I'm serious about what I want to do. And a lot of you all need to get serious about something that it is that you really want to accomplish, something that you've been putting off. There's so many people that I know that say that they wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I let them know that I started a channel, and they're still saying that they want to start a channel. I can only encourage but so much before I put the ball in your court and have you figured out on your own. All right, guys. But yeah, I was long-winded as hell with that last part, but I'll talk to you later.